Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and this time we're taking a look at the new medic rifle from the Turning Tides DLC. So as you may have already guessed from the footage, today's video is all about the Farquhar-Hill, and I'm going to talk you through both variants. We'll take a look at the stats and I'll give you my overall views and impressions. So if you find this video useful or entertaining, I'd be really grateful if you could hit the like button before you go. So let's get to it. So to begin with, we'll look at the Farquhar-Hill Storm variant, as it's the first gun available to unlock. And if you've used this gun already, you'll notice in past tense. No, you will notice, because it's future and ongoing, that it's got a lot of similarities with the Subschlager M1916 and is particularly similar to the Mondragon, which, as we all know, has been a solid choice for medic class users since BF1's first release. So it's with these two weapons that I'm going to take most of my comparisons. So as I mentioned before, stats and attributes first. So the fire rate, it fires at 257 rounds a minute, matching the Mondragon, and the Farquhar has an impressive 20 rounds in each magazine with a drum mag, which is reloaded in one go rather than pushing individual rounds into your gun or in groups of 5 like the Mondragon. So the Farquhar has the potential for higher maximum damage at 42 compared to both the Subschlager and Mondragon's 40, but it has a slightly lower minimum damage at 30 compared to the other two weapons' 35, which means rather than a 3-shot kill, the Farquhar will more often than not take 4 shots to pick up the kill. This will obviously change how you play with the Farquhar Storm quite drastically, as the extra bullet to kill will often mean you miss out on being able to pick off targets from further range. This is obviously mitigated somewhat by the large magazine, and if your aim is on point, you shouldn't struggle too much in those long range gunfights. And now onto the most important stats with the Farquhar, and this is where we look at the optical variant too, is in its recoil and spread. The spread is one of the lowest with the medic class, which explains why the damage per bullet has been lowered a bit, as at its optimum range, hitting your targets is very simple. You've also got the luxury of being able to continue spamming the trigger, as the visible upwards recoil is very small, so if you aim just below centre mass around belly button height, you should be able to land each shot with very minimal adjustment. If you then add to that the large magazine and its effectiveness at mid-range, and even closer when you're using the Storm variant in particular, you've got a very versatile weapon that's got the potential to pick up 3 or maybe 4 kills before you need to take cover and reload. So the optical variant has even less spread than the Storm, but to balance this has a bit more recoil, which means that the struggle at longer ranges you might have had with the Storm variant all but disappears if you treat the Farquhar-Hill similarly to the Subschlager M1916 and wait for your sights to drop back down before firing again. And when using the optical variant, I've reduced the ADS zoom from 2.5 to 1.25, as this helps to balance the visible upwards recoil. So like most of the medic rifles, you'll obviously get beaten by the more specialist weapons at close range like a Shotty or the Fedorov, and picking off snipers is always going to be a little bit tricky, but overall the Farquhar-Hill is a very decent, very versatile weapon. It's most effective at mid-range, but it can still hold its own at distance, and the hip fire being decent thanks again to the low spread, you'll even be able to compete in CQB. The deal breaker for me though, if you haven't guessed by now, is the large magazine, which unlike the Mondragon's got the potential to allow you to get really stuck in with the action and compete solidly in those extended gunfights. One huge issue that I've been having, however, with the Storm variant in particular is ghost bullets. It's driven me mad over the past few days when I'm trying to get footage and my bullets simply fail to function. It's like they're just not even leaving the gun. I don't even know what to do. I've called my ISP to see if there's a problem with my connection, tried to sort out my own router, etc, etc, all of this boring stuff, but I don't seem to be the only one that this is happening to. Lots of people I've seen on YouTube have said that they're getting ghost bullets left and right, and it makes this gun almost unusable. Thankfully though, the optical variant has none of these issues, and it's an absolute dream to use. You're able to shut people down from any range very easily, and even up close you can get stuck in and you stand such a good chance of winning the fight. It's very quickly becoming my go-to weapon as a medic. But that's just what I think. What do you guys make of the Farquhar-Hill? And have you guys been experiencing similar hit detection issues with the Storm variant? Let me know down in the comments below. So if you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.